So in my newsletter, I use it like a journal, a weekly update on where I'm at on my journey right now. Hopefully this not only provides value to the future me when I'm reading it back, but also to my audience right now. Instead of just writing about anything and everything though, I do wanna provide value. Why should a customer care? Why should they care? Why should they care that I'm writing about some book reviews? So my theme for my YouTube video, as well as my newsletter, is my life as a uni film student in the pursuit of paying off my student loan before graduation. And I do that through online income and books. So that's my overall framework. And then what I choose to talk about, whether it's personal life, whether it's my daily life, and then I can tie it all in, my personal stuff, to the overall goal. And so each lesson I learn from a book all ties down to how I'm improving myself to make money online. Again, with purpose, because you're writing about this overall big goal of yours or your overall umbrella, you're reiterating to yourself about your values, reminding ourselves about those goals and remembering what our values are. That's where the key and difference is in the consistency. When you're consistently writing about why you're doing this, because of this purpose, because of this goal, working towards this aim, then you're just constantly reminding yourself why you're doing what you do, reminding yourself why you're enthusiastic. It kind of replenishes you every time. It's like a compass in a sense. It helps you from being off track. It helps with your ego in a sense when you're writing about things that you're learning from, to be able to articulate that and know and to see where that stands within your story. An example I could use is that when I'm writing about an impression I had on a book or a chapter of a book, when I'm writing about this chapter in this book and why I like about it, I then tie it to the overall purpose. I bring it back to the purpose. And because I'm identifying those goals, I'm like, okay, maybe I do want to join in with this guy's journey. I think another cool thing about creating your newsletter is that, yes, you can have your purpose and your goals and stuff, but when you're writing it out and you're writing about how each day is accomplishing towards that goal, you're kind of like a movie character. You have goals, you have things that drive you, you have things that you have fears that you want to get away from, you have motivations, you have lessons to learn, and people can learn from you. I don't really expect that when starting this newsletter, is that I've been focusing on the story. You'll start seeing yourself as like a movie character when you're articulating all your thoughts and how they lead towards your overall purpose. I think that's pretty sick bargain. And because I have this overall framework, when I'm writing about the mundane of my day, that gives me the options to not just talk about money making and goals, because that's just the higher purpose. I have the freedom to talk about a wide range of things while also tying it to my overall purpose. Yes, I can talk about business strategies and then that'll relate to my purpose. I can talk about my health and well-being or possibly the dietary changes I've been making and I've been trying. Of course, my diet and well-being is going to contribute some way into my overall purpose. So then, in the same way, yes, there's a niche, there's an umbrella, there's a pigeonhole that people can identify with. Below that, you have the freedom to actually talk about whatever you want, because at the end of the day, anything you're interested and the things you do, they do actually contribute to your higher purpose. Another cool thing about starting a newsletter is that if you've considered creating a YouTube channel and you feel overwhelmed by that aspect, similar to Ali Abdaal, he started with a newsletter first and then that gave him the confidence to actually start his YouTube channel. And I'm freaking grateful that he did, because all the value he's provided me. And that's because with a YouTube channel, you've got the writing, you've got the editing, you've got the marketing, you've got all these different factors besides just telling a story. The newsletter side of it is like the script portion of a video. So once you start getting comfortable with writing and creating scripts and structures and outlines of a newsletter, I can see how that would make the transition to a YouTube channel much more smoother, because you've already been practicing one aspect of it, because again, YouTube is like writing, editing, shooting, marketing, you know what I'm saying? There's all these different branches. There are all these different departments in YouTube that you're expected to have all the hats for. Whereas the newsletter, you'll only really concentrate on the writing and the storytelling but more importantly, I would say, is the habit of posting consistently, of doing something every day or weekly. Just having that habit and routine of actually creating. If you want to sign up to my newsletter, I post weekly. I talk about my life as a uni film student in the pursuit of paying off all my student loans before graduation. If that sounds interesting, then yeah, I'll link it down below. It's burberry.substack.com. I would recommend to use substack.com for your first newsletter because it just makes it so much easier. It's very straightforward, very simple to use. Until next time, love.